Close to 40 millimeters of rainfall here. Pickle Lake, Red Lake too. You're seeing quite a bit of rain and windy conditions. Frost warnings are in place in through northern New Brunswick. So overnight temperatures very cool. Cover the plants if you can. If you're worried about that, bring in the pets. Newfoundland, you're starting to see a system push through, bringing you quite a bit of rain. The Avalon Peninsula picking about 30 millimeters, but it's going to be quite windy for your Tuesday afternoon. So a raw, windy kind of day, gusts close to 60 kilometers an hour, and it's really moving out of Nova Scotia through the overnight hours. In BC, we just have a messy situation along the north and central coast. Pacific low after Pacific low charging the coast. These wind gusts could be close to 90 kilometers an hour. And this is a look at the rainfall totals we're seeing overnight into your Tuesday. So some regions picking up 70 millimeters of rain. We could expect to see another round of rain heading into Wednesday. And by then, Vancouver, you're...
Hope you had a great weekend. Gary Archibald with Nicole Karkic for your evening edition. Back as always to talk about your weather. We have an action-packed show. Lots of weather to talk about. How was your weekend, by the way?
You know what, Gary? It was the last official weekend of summer, which was, you know, bittersweet, but it was cold. It wasn't as warm as I wanted it to be, but temperatures are starting to rise up in southern Ontario, at least.
In the short term, not so bad. Take a look at this.
We have a rainfall warning in northwestern Ontario, including Kenora. This could mean upwards of 40 millimeters of rain, and it will be windy. This is overnight into your Tuesday. Here's the front that pushed through southern Ontario and the Nickel Belt earlier today. Through the overnight, notice it is moving out of Toronto, pushing towards Ottawa and Montreal. So tomorrow morning, you might want to give yourself a little extra time for that morning commute in Ottawa, Montreal, although it's not too much and it does taper off into the afternoon. Wednesday, we are seeing this system now pushing towards Sault Ste. Marie, and it's going to swing towards southwestern Ontario and southern Ontario Wednesday evening into your Thursday. Temperature-wise, Tuesday looks really great across southern Ontario. Toronto, 23 degrees. Ottawa, 22 degrees for you. But notice the theme here that's standing out at you is the sunshine. It's going to be great out there. Northwestern Ontario, Tuesday, of course, a little bit different. That's where we have the rainfall warning in place. Dryden, 11 degrees. Marathon, 18 degrees for you. And in the east, we have a frost warning in place. Edmundston, you're included. This is for the overnight into tomorrow morning. So cover the plants if you can. Bring in the pets. It's going to be a chilly night near the freezing mark. For the afternoon today, we did see those showers in through parts of Nova Scotia. Cape Breton Island and Newfoundland for the overnight is seeing the bulk of the precipitation now. And it's Tuesday morning, afternoon where we're seeing wind gusts close to 60 kilometers an hour through the Avalon Peninsula. Quite a bit of rain. Maritime's faring a little bit better for your Tuesday and Wednesday, but a look at our rainfall totals here. The Avalon picking up close to 30 millimeters. Halifax maybe close to 5 for you. Tuesday afternoon, temperature-wise, we'll get up to 19 degrees in Halifax, 17 in St. John, and for St. John's, 12 degrees for you. That is certainly below seasonal. You do warm up in the long-range forecast, however. Here's the frost warning we have in place in through Alberta. Notice many areas included in this, Calgary and Edmonton, and for southern Manitoba, we do have quite a bit of moisture with a low pressure system moving through your area. So we're picking up close to 20 millimeters in Winnipeg. South of that, a little bit more. It will also be quite windy. It's a quick mover though, so by Wednesday, it's out of southern Manitoba.
This long-range forecast is brought to you by Eve's Veggie Cuisine.
For Tuesday, we're looking at active weather in through Newfoundland. Very windy and wet for us along the Avalon Peninsula. Back to seasonal and clear in southern Ontario, and we're looking at stormy weather moving through northwestern Ontario, bringing a lot of rain. Now, very stormy conditions for us on Tuesday along the north and central coast of BC. Wednesday looks to be the worst, but you just can count on very rainy conditions through the entire week, especially on the north and central coast of BC. But it's Wednesday when Vancouver and Victoria start to see the rain pushing in. For Wednesday, a chance of late day showers in through southern Ontario, seasonal conditions in the east, and for Thursday, varied unsettled conditions in through the Maritime provinces. Could see a little bit of rain pushing towards Ottawa, Montreal too. Warm in the prairies and dry. We're looking at 20s, low 20s, but 20s nonetheless. There's that stormy weather continuing in the west, and for Friday, heavy rain continues. Very warm here. Regina reaching a high of about 26 degrees and still very unsettled in through Atlantic Canada, now moving in through Newfoundland.
Well, that wraps up the evening edition, but Karen Johnson is standing by to carry it on the Weather Watch through the overnight Monday into early Tuesday. And of course, there is still active weather to talk about the next 24 hours starting in the west. What do you say about that, Nicole?
You're right, Gary. Karen's going to have more details on this, but
Then high pressure moving in. We will break down this forecast on temperatures throughout the next 24 hours with Karen Johnson and, of course, report active weather. Take a look at our storm board.